learning new details tonight about a deadly collision in Johnston.
Today, police released the name of the man who was killed and another man who was seriously injured.
Now, police say 25-year-old Michael Viscolosi of East Providence was pinned under the Jeep and killed. The other man on the dirt bike, 24-year-old Nicholas Cambio of North Providence, was listed in critical condition.
Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh is live outside of Rhode Island Hospital, where Cambio remains tonight. Kate?
Mike and Shannon, there were no witnesses in this crash and no surveillance video, so Johnston police say they are hopeful they'll be able to talk to Nicholas Cambio here at Rhode Island Hospital. I just checked with the hospital and he's still listed in critical condition. All it takes is 1 second for everything to change. Johnston police say 25-year-old Michael Viscolosi of East Providence, who used to live in Johnston, was instantly killed when a dirt bike he was on collided with a Jeep. Another man, 24-year-old Nicholas Cambio of North Providence, was also on that dirt bike and was rushed to Rhode Island Hospital in critical condition. Johnston Deputy Police Chief Joseph Raza says a woman and 2 children were in the Jeep that collided with the bike. The woman in such shock she doesn't remember what happened. No one in the Jeep was hurt. There are no witnesses to the crash, but people driving in the area shortly afterwards were certainly shaken.
It really makes you appreciate life and not to take things for granted, because your life can end instantly. So seeing something like this is detrimental, and I pray for the families right now.
Police say there's no surveillance video from the area showing the crash. Based on accident reconstruction, they say the dirt bike was speeding west up Allendale Avenue when it collided with the Jeep that was traveling down busy George Waterman Road. Raza said the dirt bike was street legal, but it was not registered, and neither man on the bike was wearing a helmet. At this point, it's still unclear to police who was driving the bike and who was riding on it. Investigators have ruled out the possibility that the woman driving the Jeep was speeding or under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. This afternoon, I sat down with Johnston's police chief and deputy police chief and asked them why there might be dirt bikes in this part of the community. Their answer new at 6 o'clock tonight. Live in Providence, I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.
First, new details on a deadly crash in Johnston that was first breaking last night on Eyewitness News.
The crash involved a dirt bike with 2 people on it and a Jeep. One dirt bike rider did not survive. The other is still in the hospital.
Meanwhile, police continue investigating just what happened. Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh joins us live outside Rhode Island Hospital in Providence. Kate?
I just checked with Rhode Island Hospital, and Nicholas Cambio is still in critical condition tonight. Earlier today, we spoke with Johnston's police chief and deputy police chief, who updated us on the investigation but said there are still many questions unanswered. 25-year-old Michael Viscolosi of East Providence has been identified as the man killed almost instantly when a dirt bike he was on collided with a Jeep and he was pinned under the vehicle. Another man on the bike, 24-year-old Nicholas Cambio of North Providence, was rushed to Rhode Island Hospital in critical condition. Johnston police say neither man was wearing a helmet. It's still unclear who was driving the bike and who owned it, but police know that while the bike was street legal, it was not registered. Johnston Deputy Police Chief Joseph Raza said it's not unusual for dirt bikes to be on Allendale Avenue. At the bottom of the street are railroad tracks and paths in the woods. But this bike, he said, was speeding as it flew west up Allendale Avenue toward the stop sign with intersecting George Waterman Road. A woman and 2 children were in the Jeep as it drove down George Waterman Road, colliding with the dirt bike Wednesday afternoon. The woman reportedly so shaken she doesn't remember what happened. But according to accident reconstruction, it does not appear the Jeep was speeding. Raza said there's no surveillance video of the crash and no witnesses, so they're hoping to be able to speak to Cambio here at Rhode Island Hospital as soon as possible. Live in Providence tonight, I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.